Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game could be full of exciting plays as we have two teams who can get up and down the field. The Bills are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Ravens defense that will need to be at the top of its game. So let's send you up to Orchard Park, New York. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big, because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is. A big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you work confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll look to throw here. Backing up. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is fielded at the 7. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic. And this guy makes plays and opens the game up. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
Come on, let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kamale Correa able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
It's an end around with Perriman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Let's go! Blue landing!
They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Defensively, starting lineup for the Bills, and a disruptor on the line, certainly Shaq Lawson.
Loved him during his time at Clemson. Really, really liked him when he played in the national championship game because he wasn't 100%, had gotten hurt in the game before, and found a way back onto the field and made a difference.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll try again with nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And here come the Bills. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. Touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he motions the wide receiver. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And run it. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They come out here in the eye. Now they try the right side here. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. First and goal here from the 9. Now a handoff as they run left side. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. All right, let's go. 56. 39. Gone. Over. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up third down and goal.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, third and goal now from the 12. The center receiver in motion to the right. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Now they go screen. It's complete. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up fourth. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Now a handoff looking right. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out here in the eye. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
4 yards remaining now on second down.
Green 39. Green 39. Set. Green 39. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They go play, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And they'll go on the ground. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go now. Party. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got time. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be a Buffalo first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Watkins alone on the left side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Being chased out left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
Ten yards to go on third. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receiver.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And really just a heck of a catch. That's a really good receiver making a nice play.
And against a really good defensive back. Right there together, and over the top, the receiver wins the battle.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. But pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Red zone opportunity. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Pushes over him.
Now that's just not right.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And to give this time to the tailback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Ah, yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. Man open left side, it's Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's why you see so many teams playing 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On Third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And he's able to put it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Bills. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Bills are going to have a first down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Bills a first down. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw. Finding time. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Watkins alone on the left side. They'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Okay.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He's back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the...
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Carpenter knocks it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
And now here come the Ravens. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Not much room here as he only gets it to him. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Now a handoff as they run left side. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barkevius Mingo in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Watkins alone on the left side, and they're going to go soft on the corners. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, surveying the field. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Let's go! Brand 38! Ohio!
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Ohio! Back!
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now a 1st down following that long gain. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Deep drop on the move to his left. Now he's going to throw deep. It's caught at the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A big gain there for the Bills. 38 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to throw here. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. He cuts it right. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we...